Tarnell, was that the quickest 2 hours ever on Wednesday Night of Empire?
And I watched it twice.
I did too.
Did you?
I did too. And then, although I will admit, the second watch, I fast forwarded through some.
I did too. There were some scenes that I could.
But there were some things I had to replay over and over again. I still don't know what Jamal said to Beretti, like the last line that he said. But like, okay, Jamal went on Suge Knight on Beretti. Sweet Jamal.
I can't say I'm glad he did it because I was like, oh my God, now you know what's going to happen. Beretti's going to want revenge.
Oh, yeah.
But did you see Lucius? He was so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't smile, but he was like, oh yeah, this is the son that's going to be running stuff.
That just cements to me that Lucius is evil for no real reason. You can be evil, but you need a reason. I want you to have purpose in your evilness. Don't just be evil.
That's true.
Don't just be evil like the devil has you on his payroll.
Well, what about thinking about Lucius? Obviously, the big moment for him was he's not dying.
Right. I remember I told you that I was like, they gotta come up with something.
You said it, and it was obviously a misdiagnosis, which is great.
Which is great for him.
We knew they couldn't kill
But
Lucius.
poor doctor, he fired her right away.
She got axed.
Get your stuff, get out of my house.
Jumped up and hugged her or something, but no, she got axed. Well, which is great.
Yeah.
The whole finale was wonderful, and I know there's a lot of oh my God moments.
A lot.
I will say you got it right. You got it right a couple of times because you said Jamal's going to run that company.
Yeah.
Although he might be the fallback line, but we'll discuss that.
Right.
Rhonda killed Uncle Vernon.
No, my favorite thing was somebody was like Empire meets Clue.
I mean, really, right?
Rhonda in the living room with the candlestick. I mean, the actress who plays Rhonda, Doubleday, Kristen Doubleday, she tweeted that out, and she was like, I have to admit, this is funny. And she was so right. That's hilarious. It was like Rhonda in the living room with the candlestick. And she wasn't even supposed to be in there.
I don't understand. I do.
Why do they keep beating each other up?
I don't know, but Andre wanted them to call the cops, and I thought they would have had a great defense. Uncle Vernon's in the house, beating him up.
And he's already got all the bruises and stuff on his face.
Yes, he's already bruised up.
It looked like a rainbow.
But now it's a cover-up.
I know, now it's a cover-up.
Now it's a cover-up.
Now you're definitely going to have charges.
I really didn't like that.
And what do you do with that body? I didn't
but
like
Rhonda's pregnant now, so hey.
But Andre supposedly found God. When you find Jesus, sometimes you do better. Speaking of finding
Jesus. Wait a minute. He found God, but he was disappointed.
Because the person who took him there, but to
she
me,
got caught up in
the
the whole
just a
fame.
Right. To me, that's just a lesson in that everyone is fallible. If you're perfect, my mom always says the only perfect man is Jesus, and Jesus is dead.
I love your mom.
She's hilarious.
I have to meet her one day.
But now, speaking of Jesus, though, I was so tired of Lucius comparing himself to God through the entire show. That really
wicked.
Bothered me.
Yeah, that was
so much. And when he's clearly the devil, he might not.
But
be
look,
the devil
he's all of a sudden he's fought back. He's not dying now. He's thinking like it's something he did.
But now he thinks he's invincible. He's like, I said, but by the grace of myself, I'm alive.
Well, let's talk about the part that I really didn't like.
Yeah.
Hakeem hooking up with Anika.
Yeah, that was just icky on all sorts of levels.
That was icky. I don't know how far it went.
It was icky in a way that.
But just the kissing that was just too much.
I think it went far because now suddenly he's working out in front of her. They're doing like intimate.
Yeah, they're doing intimate
things.
And he told Lucius when he this is before Lucius punched him.
Yeah.
When he told him, and I'm going to have your woman pretty much in the rap song.
He told him. Okay. We're gonna
Maybe he was already having it.
We're gonna have to come back to Empire because we got a short break this morning.
No, you're right.
Got a short break this morning. Okay. How about the Starbucks kerfuffle that's happening? They want my barrister, barista, however you want to pronounce it. They want her to write on my coffee cup #race together and then talk to me about race.
Now.
What is she going to
I've been
tell
lying
me?
long enough to get Starbucks. I don't know if I want somebody ahead of me having a conversation about race.
And they already can't get your name right.
Well, that too. And I'm Tarnell, so you can imagine. That's painful.
They even mess up my name.
But, okay, you got to come in Starbucks, though, because they are tackling, but they are tackling an issue, and they want to get a conversation started. And we're conversating about it.
Yeah, and it's the quick way for them to do it.
I mean, there's been a lot of office talk about it, so they're doing it, but I just don't know if I want to talk race relations with that 16-year-old that should be getting my cappuccino ready.
I mean, And when she writes that on my cup, can I hand her a card with my website on it? That's what I'm saying. It's like, can we just exchange information that way? I really don't want to chat with her.
I know what they're saying, but there's a fill in the blank or something. And then at one point they said, how many people of the opposite race, how many of their homes have you been in? So stuff like that is kind of insightful. That kind of makes you think,
my friend Kim had the best thing about this. She's like, she's the sister that's going to be at the front of the line, people wondering why the line is so long, because she's up there asking questions.
That's true.
She's up there grilling some girl. They try.
They get A for effort, but I don't know if it's...
And they're used to the controversy, and the controversy is doing what they claim they wanted to do, which was start a conversation.
And they're starting that conversation. Well, you know what, though?
I don't know. That talk about race is will that come up when Chief Brown rides Dart?
Oh, I do want to talk about that. And I mean, the Starbucks thing is weighing heavily on me, but
it is. I want to. Yeah.
Okay.
It might be too much for. Because I'm in my feelings still about Starbucks.
I am too. I've been thinking a lot about. But in today's Dallas Morning News, Thursday's edition, March 19th. Mm-hmm. There was a story here, and keep in mind, we like the feel of the newspaper.
We do.
But I also do look at DallasNews.com.
Yes, and I follow us on Twitter.
On my smartphone. You can go, online, your smartphone, your tablet. But they actually have that new app now, too.
Absolutely. The app's really
download
nice.
Download that DallasNews.com app. Yeah. But anyway, this story that I really like is Chief David Brown, Dallas Police Chief David Brown. He does these Chief on the Beats community engagement events.
a lot of the communities.
And I will tell you, they are taking that event to Dart.
I know.
Him and some of his officers, and they're going to be on the train and everything, asking people, what do you think about safety? Are you having any concerns?
Right.
I like that.
I like it, but number one, will it be in dress uniform or plainclothes blues?
He's going to probably be in dress uniform.
Be in dress uniform. Mm-hmm. Will that be too intimidating for some of the people who are riding on Dart? Because Dart is known because it's on the honor system, which is crazy for a city of this size.
Right.
Because it's on the honor system, people aren't buying their tickets. And will it become more of them wanting to complain about Dart and not talk to him about policing?
You're right.
No, because Dart has its own police force. So I'm a little,
Well, that's true.
I think it's again like Starbucks. I think it's a good
another A for effort.
Another A for effort.
Right. Thanks to the Dallas Police Department.
Right.
For that.
Dawn and Tarnell approve. We approve. Okay. What about something else I noticed, and it just hit me right here on the front page. Charges. The Cowboys signed Greg Hardy. Signed Greg Hardy.
No, that's been contentious.
And that's been everybody wants to just jump on one side or the other.
Right.
He beat his girlfriend, but they can't do anything with the charges because they can't find her to even...
She didn't show up or something like that.
But the thing about abuse victims is they're so scared of their attackers sometimes that they just want to remove themselves. They're more scared of him, of the abuser, than they are of the system.
Right.
So, while I think this is more food for thought too, but it's something that I think, especially with the NFL's stance on domestic violence and standing so hard against it.
And here's the Cowboys.
And then the Cowboys signed this dude who is...
It's definitely a talker, and there's people that have opinions on both sides. Some people just want to win games.
Right.
So they're
some people can
compartmentalize,
and that's what they do.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk so much Empire because we're going to come back and talk some more.
I know, but I also want to, I do want to talk about too, because obviously last night, Wednesday was the finale.
Yes, it was.
And the first thing I want to know is, how long do we have to wait for season 2?
Yeah.
And I noticed.
And you found some intel.
Yeah, I did. On there's Empire Writers at Empire Writers. They have a Twitter handle.
Yeah.
The writers do.
And they tweet live all the time. Everybody should jump on this.
Jump on it.
It's awesome.
And also follow us.
Yeah. Follow us.
Hashtag from the hip. We tweet live too.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked, is Empire through for good, or is this just the end of the season? The Empire Writers responded, season 2 coming soon.
All right. That's better than the first response they gave, which was, we'll tell you when we know.
I know. that was
right. But I'm telling you, the only thing that got next to me this show, it was so good on every level. Those Lucius's constant references to him being God, and all I could say was, God don't like ugly, and you are gonna get yours, because he must be that Old Testament God, because he had turned not one cheek.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about the end of the show.
Yeah.
once again, the writing is brilliant.
Yeah.
The acting is excellent.
Yeah.
So Lucius is hauled off the jail. He thinks that Cookie betrayed him by telling them that he killed Uncle Bunky.
Her cousin Bunky.
And actually, the person who told it appears to be Vernon, who is now dead.
But now he's dead with the
So
candlestick.
the charges probably won't stick. Then we have Cookie chilling out in the mansion now. She's just in the mansion now.
And she just put a family photo on the piano.
Exactly. We have Jamal running the company.
Yeah.
It's hot.
So
Great job, Empire writers.
They tied up a lot of ends.
And actors.
But the cliffhangers that they left us with, there's so much I need to know. And my Lord, I need Becky and Portia to become best friends and take over everything from everybody.
Well, now you see that Becky, she got a little promotion.
I know. I need them to just take over everything. I need them to plot their own takeover, kind of like we're doing.
I tell you, it is kind of weird, this new alliance, this takeover alliance. You got Cookie aligned with Hakeem, Andre, and a Boo-Boo Kitty Anika.
Everybody but Jamal.
Everybody but Jamal. And I don't like that because I don't like Jamal and Cookie being estranged because
he doesn't know they're estranged. And you know what?
Not yet until the takeover.
And you know what, though? Jamal will always have us.
Team Jamal.
Team Jamal. Girl, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I got to get back to work.
All right, bye.
Definitely.